These people are sick. This video is brought to you by Beaten Black and Blue. Beaten Black and Blue, my brand new book, Being a Black Police Officer in America on the Seas. You can get that link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to my channel. Hit the join button. Hit the like button. Y'all know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are sick. I can't believe. You guys don't understand the magnitude. Maybe you do. The magnitude of propaganda in race hustling. So you know the young lady, Gabby Petito, that went missing. Her boyfriend, her fiance, and her was on a road trip. Y'all know the whole gamut. She goes missing. She's in the middle of the wilderness somewhere, gone for like 8-9 days. Her parents called her in missing. This fool come back without her. And so, of course, this is highly suspicious. But, and I got a few things to say about that. You know, we don't know really what happened. The boyfriend seems to be very suspicious. However, she was guilty, or you know, say guilty. They had probable cause to arrest her of domestic violence assault against him when they caught them on the side of the road weeks before she was missing. However, these people like this cannot help themselves to make it about race. Can you believe a grieving family on both sides? Both people are missing. One was found potentially deceased. The other boy is probably going to be found deceased. A family and people all over the country are feeling sorrow, and she makes it about race. Don't believe me. Roll the film.
If you've been watching the news for the past few days or on Twitter or TikTok, you're probably familiar with the name Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old aspiring social media influencer who was reported missing after her fiancé returned from their van life excursion without her. On Sunday, human remains believed to be Petito's were found in a national park in Wyoming. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow to confirm the identity. Now, it goes without saying that no family should ever have to endure that kind of pain.
So you see where this going? You see where this going?
And the Petito family certainly deserves answers and justice. But the way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing?
Ain't nobody wondering but your sorry self. Ain't no many are wondering. Watch her explanation she give, and watch how. Okay, play the film.
Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome. The term coined by the late and great Gwen Ifill to describe the media and public fascination with missing white women like Laci Peterson.
Nobody cares about this woman's race. Nobody cares that she's a white woman. When I saw this case, I didn't even look at it until I was like, oh, this is juicy. They got the boyfriend. They got caught by the police getting into domestic violence. They going on a road trip. She missing. He come back without her. He don't cooperate with the police. This is juicy. That's why the media picked it up. That's why people are talking about it. That's why it hit the mainstream. This is juicy. Everybody watch these crime shows every night. Just about everybody in the country, everybody watching this have watched the murder shows, crime shows. This is right up the alley of one of these mysterious murder shows being played out in real life. Unfortunately, there's real victims and real families sobbing over this. It's not about race. Nobody cares. Okay.
Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color.
Watch the example she give, and I'm going to disprove why this have no correlation.
Joining me now is Derica Wilson, co-founder and CEO of the Black and Missing Foundation, and Lynette Gray Bull, founder of Not Our Native Daughters, an organization created for the awareness of the missing, exploited, and murdered Indigenous women and children. Thank you both for being here. You know, I bring up this point because there's a case that's so similar. A journalist friend of mine, Derica, sent me this story about a young, about some other people that are missing. There's one guy whose name is Daniel Robinson. Daniel Robinson is a young black man. He's only 24 years old, 5'8", 165, black hair, brown eyes. That's his description. His dad has hired a private investigator to find him. He's missing part of an arm. He was last seen driving away from his job site in the Buckeye, Arizona desert on June 23rd. And his case struck me because it's very similar. He's missing in the same part of the world. It's a case that it has all of that same kind of sizzle. This
No,
whole
it
mystery
doesn't.
of it. This young man.
There is no mystery. A grown man leaves his job and drives away and don't have contact with his parents. He's grown. What's so suspicious about? He's missing an arm. He got a job. He's a functional adult. He's not mentally retarded. He didn't have none of those things going against him. He drives away. He don't want no contact. I haven't talked to my brother in, I don't know, a couple months because he mad for some reason. That don't mean he's missing, and he's a grown man. Grown people can decide not to communicate with you. That's a very different thing from a kid driving on his own volition from a job site and not contacting his parents versus a woman who's on a road trip. There is a body cam footage of an interaction of domestic violence. They go off into the night. He comes back without her. No explanation. Don't cooperate with police. He won't even talk to them. That's the same thing? Okay.
And who just goes missing. I never heard of it until this friend of mine sent it to me. And I guess that's the issue, isn't it?
No, it's not the issue. Now, they're going to go on and slap each other across the head with stupidity, making up these things. I think it's invaluable that we worry about everybody that's gone missing. But media attention is about ratings. It ain't about your mama or your cousin them going missing. People report other people missing all the time. As a former police officer, most of these missing person cases, people become up discovered. People report people missing all the time. It's rare that a missing person is actually missing for real and they're actually dead. Now, there's telltale signs that will suggest that there's foul play. I knew the girl was dead when they first reported this. I said, okay, she dead. And he dead. He went off in somewhere and probably offed himself. He's dead. He's not going to run from the police for months. And he's probably gone off and he's dead too. So there is just because you reported missing, just because, don't make it reality. Don't make it true. There has to be leads. There has to be evidence that there's foul play. I remember on my job, people would be missing all the time. We never really had maybe twice in my whole career that we had two people that were missing that actually went off and, they're no longer with us. One was because he had terminal cancer. He drove off. His wife, he didn't come home one day. He had terminal cancer. So, he has a motive. He has a reason. They found him up on the top of the mountain. I'm not going to describe to you what he did to himself, and it did not involve the firearm. So don't think the guns are the problem, because he did it without a gun, and a knife. He didn't even have a weapon, and didn't use rope or nothing like that. So I don't want to leave you in suspense, but I don't want to talk about it. A little too gruesome. But however, another situation happened like that where a person was dealing with something that leads you to believe that he had a motive to go and do something to himself. The other 100, 200 cases that I've been involved in where a person is missing is literally an adult don't want to talk to their mom and them, or an adult go off, they get drunk, they spend a night somewhere, they don't, or whatever, they go on a binge, they high somewhere at a trap house. And so most of the time it's not really prevalent to go on a full out manhunt. But Joy has a network. She has a show. Why you worry about the white man and everybody else? Why don't you promote that on your show like you're doing right now, promoting this stuff on your show? But let me tell you something that they don't show. You tell me, what about the black thug syndrome, where if you're a black thug, you get a lot of attention on the news. Everybody talks about you. You get money, you get paid out and everything. But if you ain't a black thug and you a 15-year-old kid and you get shot in the head or in a drive-by shooting, which there's been over 200 plus shootings of kids in Chicago alone, more kids have been shot than have died from COVID in this entire country. Now, shooting doesn't necessarily mean they have died from shooting, but that's still tremendous. And that's only in one part of one city in our country. 260-something kids have been shot in the inner city of Chicago. Joy Reid, you don't put them on your show, but you'll put Jacob Blake on your show. But you'll talk about Ahmaud Arbery on your show. You'll talk about all these other people that had no business doing what they was doing at the time that they got into these incidents, but you don't put any children on the show that have been mutilated in these inner cities. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Hypocrisy, hypocrisy, hypocrisy. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. Am I tripping on my own or something? These people make me sick because they're using every opportunity possible to be racist. This has nothing to do with that girl's race. You making it about her race. This has nothing to do with white, black. This girl is missing. She's dead. Her family's mourning. You making it about it. Anyway, I can talk about this for 3 or 4 more hours. I want you to watch the rest of my videos. Like and subscribe to the channel. Get the book, Beaten Black and Blue. Come out November the 30th. You can pre-order it now. Sign, unsigned copy. Love you guys. See you on the next one. I'm out.